Hello and welcome to Nonna's Kitchen. I'm Dorothy from Rossville, Georgia, and if you're catching me live, you'll see the red live up in the top corner. Drop a 1 below and tell me where you're coming from, and if you're catching me on a replay, I am so sorry you missed me. If you'll just drop a 2 and again tell me where you're coming from. How are you today? Hey Chantel, hey Wanda. What did you do today? Kind of tell me what y'all did. I've worked all day, so I'm getting ready to go back to the high school tomorrow. We're headed back after our Thanksgiving break, so I've had to call. I've talked to one of my administrators. I have talked to a couple of employees, and so I'm late getting dinner started, and this is our dinner for tonight. So we are making cauliflower and leek soup. I used to love going to the English Rose. It's a little tea room, or used to be a little tea room in Chattanooga, and they had the best potato and leek soup. And so I happened to be doing our grocery shopping yesterday and saw the leeks, and I said, oh, I know what we're having. So grabbed the leeks up, and so this is my version of that soup. Haven't done it before. I'll let you know how it turns out as we do a tasting a little later. Okay guys, so I am going to start off with a tablespoon of butter and about a tablespoon of olive oil in my pan and let that melt. I have already chopped. I don't think you need to know how to cut a leek, but I have already chopped 3 leeks. I think you can see that. So that is ready. I have my garlic here. And I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of garlic into my butter and olive oil. I just want to get that melted, and then I'm going to lower the heat just a little bit. So, into the pot are going my 3 leeks. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you, I did not buy a head of cauliflower, but if you are starting with a head of cauliflower, you would cut that into florets and dump that in here at this time also. And so this is going to need to get translucent and cook through so that they are tender. And that'll take us probably about 10 minutes, but we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic. I like garlic. If you don't like garlic that as much as I do, then reduce the amount of garlic. Alright guys, I'm going to lower that and put the lid on. Now, the other ingredients that I'm going to add salt and pepper to taste. At the very end, I will do heavy whipping cream, 1 cup. And I have 8 cups of vegetable broth. Normally I buy my vegetable broth at Aldi's, but they didn't have any vegetable broth when I went, so I got that at Publix. But because I have these packets and I absolutely love them, I am going to use these, but I'm going to have to look at the consistency to tell you whether I'm going to use 1, 2, or 3. Hello James, hello Brenda. Brenda, I actually looked for you at Costco the other day. and didn't see you, but yet I know you were there because you did a showing of the people that were in line, and I was one of the people in line. So if you were doing your head of cauliflower, you would have cut that up, and that would be in here also. So now, one of my favorite things, James, it is going to be cauliflower and leek soup instead of potato leek soup. And one of my favorite things to add to it is cornbread. So that is going to go in the oven as soon as I'm ready to have this simmer. This will simmer for about 30 minutes once I get it going. And before I serve it, I will do, I don't have an immersion blender, so if you do, you're one step ahead of me. I used to have one. Mine died a long time ago. So I am going to put it in my regular blender because potato leek soup is supposed to be a smooth soup. So I'm going to need to put that in my blender also. So, guys, you're going to get to see stages of this. You'll get to see the first stage, and then you'll catch all of the tasting. So, I'd like to get it all together so you could see that. Hello, Jeff. How are you? James, are you on the road right now, or are you at home? Renita, what did you have to do today? Hello, Dee. Thanks for joining us. We are making potato leek soup and cornbread. And the cornbread has already been made in the pan. It's the cornbread that I make all the time, and I made it the other day. I used to love potato soup and cornbread, so I decided, thank you for sharing, Dee. Sharing is caring. I absolutely love it. And if anybody else finds any value, please share this out. I would love it. Just cracking my salt and pepper while I'm standing here waiting on the leeks to soften. And they're doing pretty good. A few big chunks still. As soon as it gets where I can, I will lift the pot so you can see it. But again, you're just cooking it down, letting those get translucent and soften, so that you will be able to finish the soup. Again, this cauliflower is already ready. If you were just doing it like cauliflower rice, or if you're going to make mashed cauliflower, it's 90 seconds in the microwave. So this is already ready. So that's why I'm waiting to add it. But again, if you were starting with a whole head, hello Sharon. You haven't done anything? I've had to work all day, but I feel like I'm so far behind. Hello, Uncle Roger. How are you? I am cooking potato and leek soup. A low-carb keto meal that takes me back. I used to love to go with Oma and a couple of other friends to the English Rose. It's a tea room that used to be in downtown Chattanooga. It's no longer there, but they made the best potato and leek soup. All right, guys, you can see that they are translucent. So now, come on through, babe. So now I'm going to add that salt and pepper. Again, I like to undersalt because not everybody likes as much salt as I do. Hello, Dolores. How are you? So I probably added about a teaspoon of salt and maybe 2 teaspoons of pepper. All right, so now I'm going to add the 8 cups or 2 boxes of vegetable soup. I mean, not vegetable soup, vegetable stock. Turn that heat up so it can start to boil. And as soon as it starts to boil, then I will judge how many bags of the cauliflower. Again, if you were doing this with a head of cauliflower, again, it's going to depend on the size of the head of your cauliflower. Oh, well, let's not come open. Okay, hello, Kathy. I cannot get this bag to open. Ah, there it goes. Usually they're like really simple to open, but I must not just had it just right. And I'm only going to open those 2. These only have 8 ounces in it is the reason why, guys, that I said you're going to have to judge by the size of your cauliflower head if you're starting there. Again, if you were using the cauliflower head, you would have sauteed that for the 10 minutes in with the leek so that they can soften. It smells good so far. And I just want to get that to a boil before I add the cauliflower, so that's what I'm waiting on. And then I will stir that in. At that point, guys, it will need to cook for 30 minutes. And the only part that you will not see is adding the last few minutes, a cup of heavy whipping cream, letting that bring it where it's hot again. And then I don't have an immersion blender. If I did, that would be great. It would stay in the pot and I would make it smooth and it would be done. But I will have to transfer my soup in batches to here and blend it till it's smooth just because I don't have that. Let's see, I can't see. Hey, Randy, we are making cauliflower and leek soup. It's the low-carb version of potato leek soup. It was one of my favorites from a tea room that no longer exists. It was, and this is my made-up recipe of that, guys. So that's kind of where we're going with that. So a lot of this is coming from memory. And when I taste it, I may need to tweak the actual recipe that I've kind of written down in my head, or out of my head, so what I remember of it, because it needs to be creamy, it needs to be smooth, and again, theirs was potato leek, I'm making it cauliflower leek, so there's going to be some changes there also. So my cousin Dee on the other end probably has an immersion blender. Dee, do you have an immersion blender? Because you have every gadget I know of. You are the gadget queen. Thank you, Randy. I'll let you know. We're going to do a tasting in a little bit as it gets finished. Hello, Christine. How are you? So, guys, if you missed the beginning, we just started with a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of olive oil. It went into the pot. I chopped up 3 leeks, They went into the pot. 3 tablespoons, I knew you did, Dee. 3 tablespoons of garlic. Hello, Shirley. Went in. I like a lot of garlic. If you don't like garlic, cut back on the garlic. That sauteed until it was translucent. And then if you're starting with the head of cauliflower, that would have been cut into florets and gone into the pot. It probably would have taken about 10 minutes for the cauliflower to start getting soft. At that point, I added salt and pepper and 8 cups of vegetable stock. I'm a vegetarian. That's why I'm using vegetable stock. If you are not a vegetarian, please feel free to use your favorite stock. What I will serve that with tonight is my mock cauliflower, my mock cornbread, and I did that on a live Wednesday. So if you'll check down below or check out my YouTube channel where it is, you will see how I made my cornbread, which is not cornbread at all, but is amazingly delicious. Hello, Deborah. Hello. So when names get into the white of my pot, hello, Marquita, I can't see them. And I am still waiting on this to, it's hot, guys, it's hot, it's hot. Bringing that to a boil, guys. So do you like, or did you like, if you're on a low carb diet, let me know which keto diet or low carb diet you're doing. Are you lazy keto? Are you strict keto? Are you dirty lazy keto? Are you low carb but not necessarily keto? Are you not on a keto diet but like to eat healthy on occasion? So what is your preference? Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stick the cornbread into the oven, and this goes in at 425 for about 15 to 20 minutes. All right. Because I'm just, you know what they say about a watched pot. Lazy, low carb, and dirty keto. I get you. Hello, Carolyn. How are you? I am lazy and sometimes lazy dirty keto. I definitely do low carb. I did have a bite of macaroni and cheese on Thanksgiving because in my mind that was what I thought I was missing until I took a bite and I looked at Oma and I went, I don't even like this anymore. And so, but Oma was a good girl. She only picked the low carb stuff up, the keto stuff. Hello, Lisa. Lisa, did you get any walking in today, or I don't even know what time it started raining. I came in to get a cup of coffee out of the kitchen. There we go. It's boiling. And I think you guys can see it boiling. Okay, so now I'm going straight down to simmer. And now I'm going to go ahead and add one bag at a time because I need to judge what it is. Again, these are tiny cauliflower rice pieces. If you haven't used this is at Costco. It is probably one of my favorites. I use it more than I use the frozen cauliflower rice. I use the frozen on occasion, usually and it's going to take all 3, guys, I can already tell you. It's just as quick and easy. And I like to do quick and easy. It actually takes me longer to do meals when I am doing a live because I prep different. I just put it together when I'm doing it without a live. So, All right, guys, so now this is just gonna simmer for 30 minutes. Again, the cauliflower is a 90-second cauliflower in the microwave. So this will go pretty quick. And then, depending on if it is, I'm gonna let you guys see that. And depending on how if it's not as thick as I want it to be, I probably will use a little xanthan gum to give it a little thickening without adding any carbs. Hello, Margie. And then I'll just process that. And again, the last thing that you won't see is the 1 cup of heavy whipping cream and me blending it. So with the lid and 30 minutes of simmer, and we will come back to you with a recorded tasting. All right, guys, you have a wonderful evening. Again, if you found any value, please share this out. Hello, Julie. You will have to go back and catch this. Julie, I was thinking about the English Rose and the times we've spent at the English Rose and decided I wanted cauliflower and leek soup. So I have recreated that. I hope it comes out great. Hello, Sandra and Rosetta. Please come back and watch me on the replay as I'm just saying goodbye. As always, guys, welcome to Nonna's Kitchen, and come back later for pictures that will be dropped here in this link, and then look for the recording in my on my page for the tasting. Have a wonderful, blessed evening. For those of you who are teachers and going back to work tomorrow, have a wonderfully blessed week. And let's hope it doesn't snow. I don't want any snow, people. I like snow when I go to snow, but I don't want snow to come to me. See you later, guys.